So the other benefit of going with Great Choice is we have what we call a second mortgage home loan. So we can either lend you $6,000, there's no interest, there's no monthly payment. It's what we call a silent second mortgage. You can use this to either go towards your down payment, it can help pay your closing costs, so you don't have to ask your seller to pay a ton. But $6,000, basically what happens is it just kind of hangs off out there in La La Land until you go to sell or refinance your home, at which point it's just included in the payoff of your mortgage. It's no money actually out of pocket to pay that off. April touched on price appreciation. And I will say, I think the state's average last year was just over 5% in appreciation, meaning 5% of whatever your home loan was, it's going up that much each year. At that $6,000, you're going to recoup probably in your first year of home ownership. So it's not money you're ever going to see leave your pocket. The other option, if you need more than that, I'll talk about loan types in a minute, but let's say you need enough money to pay your down payment, plus some to go towards closing costs, so you don't have to come up with that out of pocket. You can do 6% of the purchase price up to that $400,000 limit. So that's up to $24,000 down payment and closing costs. A couple of updates that we just had with the program. The most important being we did increase our income limits. We have income limits that vary by county. So for Knox County, for instance, if you have a 1 to 2 person household, you can make just over $86,000, whoever's applying for the mortgage. If you have 3 or more folks living in your home, you can make just over $99,000 a year and still qualify for the program. So we do have very moderate income limits. And then the acquisition cost limit, it's a lot of wording. That just means whatever you're paying for the home. So whatever you go under contract, purchase price for your house, it just can't go over $400,000. And then I'll touch just a little bit on the home buying process and some misconceptions. The most important being is, one, you've got to have 20% saved for a down payment. You don't. A lot of these loan programs are 3.5% down payment, or for like our USDA or VA loans, you don't have to have any money down at all. The second misconception really is the credit score. You don't have to have absolutely perfect, spotless credit to be able to obtain a mortgage. And I know we talked about building credit, and that is important, but we also have a program for folks who have 0 credit at all. So if they truly have no credit score, they've been operating off of cash, savings, we also can originate loans for those folks as well. We just have to verify some non-traditional trade lines is what we call them, things that you paid on time for 12 months. So that can be childcare, your cell phone bill, if you've been paying rent, utilities, car insurance. We can use any one of those things as a trade line, and you can still obtain a mortgage. And then last misconception is that buying a home through THDA is complicated. Even though we are a state housing finance agency, we only have 3 forms that you have to sign. Literally, it's just an e-signature and you're done. And we do have all this information on our website. So greatchoicetn.com, click on buy a home, and then it'll kind of give you a run through of everything you need to know. And talk about the credit score, just to show you kind of what an average, this is from last year, an average credit score of our buyers in these counties. So the U.S. as a whole was a 694, but Knoxville 692, Anderson County 686, Blount County 701, Knox 697, Loudoun County 710, Rome County 693. So you'll see our credit scores typically on average are even higher than what the requirement is, that we would require you to take a home buyer ed class. This can be online or in person, just whatever makes the most sense for your schedule. But we do have all HUD certified education counselors.